These things are just givens. Okay. You got to be focusing in right now. You got to be thinking to yourself right now, I'm more focused than ever before. This moment in time, it'll never be recreated again, right? This moment in time will never be duplicated again. And I'm more committed than ever before to make it happen, right? That's got to be the mindset we all have of saying, look, I've got to be focusing in on who's in my organization, where they are, how close they are, and making sure no matter what that we get the job done, right? And then you got to be thinking about your team leaders. If somebody in your organization is a team leader and they're struggling to get their 10,000, you got to have an important dialogue with them, right? It's like, once you hit team leader, what do you want to do? Hit it again, right? If you hit team leader once, you should be able to do it again a lot faster, right? Hit it again, hit it again, hit it again. That's the secret, right? Is hit the rank again, right? Requalify. You know what I mean? It's like hit team leader twice or do it again. And what'll happen is once you teach that in your organization of once you hit a rank, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, your team's going to be rock solid, right? Your organization is going to be so strong because you're teaching them how to make a fortune, right? That's the magic, okay? Is getting people right now understanding it's not difficult. If you hit team leader one time, you know how to do it, okay? All you gotta do is do it again, right? And creating a strong organization, right? Teaching people to go 10 senior managers wide, that's gonna make everybody have obviously a substantial income, okay? So we gotta be focusing in right now on these simple things, but we've gotta have that what? That relentless follow-up. You gotta be thinking right now, this moment in time is never gonna happen again. Think about what I'm saying. This moment in time is what I've been waiting for. This is my moment in time right now. In Long Beach, you've got to be walking on stage as a director. Think about that. You got to be walking on stage as a director. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. It has nothing to do with ability. It has nothing to do with capacity. It has to do with willingness. It's not a matter of can or can't. You can do it. You can do it. It's not about can or can't. It's about will or won't. It's about, like, think about it. Is it possible for you to look in your organization and find out how close your key people are to their 1,000 in personal SP? Can you do that? It's not even a matter of can or can't. You know you can. Will you or won't you? Right? And then you got to develop that skill set that you use to get someone started in the business, to get people motivated to do stuff. That's the biggest thing. Some of us get so good at our presentation skills at getting people in, but that exact same psychology of getting somebody started is the same thing of getting them working. Right? It's the same thing. It's the same psychology. But it's some people, whenever they get somebody started, they think, oh man, I've arrived. I got it done. That's when the job begins. Right? All of you that are mothers, you know, right? It's not about getting pregnant. It's not about delivering a baby. It's about raising a baby, right? It's about, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, I'm pregnant. Look, this is going to be great. You know what I mean? Let's keep doing this. No, let's just focus in on this one that we got. Let's raise them and then we'll take it from there, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's the same thing as when you get somebody started. It's the psychology of selling. It doesn't really, it's about overcoming objections and moving them forward, right? It's the same type of psychology of getting somebody into action, right? Is about making sure no matter what, it's about overcoming objections, about, helping them understand, I'm scared. What are my friends going to think if I'm involved in this business? And it's about overcoming that. Your friends are going to be so fired up when you start introducing these products, right? All your friends are going to start looking better. They're going to be so excited. They're going to want to participate with you in this opportunity. It's about overcoming the objections and moving people into action, right? You can do it. It's not a matter of can or can't. It's about will or won't. We've got to develop our skills right now like never before, because you've got to decide right now, hey, look, you know what? I'm going director. I'm going director. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be walking on that stage no matter what. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can hold me back. Over, under, through, I'm going to get it done. And it might seem like a major mountain to climb, but I'm telling you, the higher the mountain, the greater the reward. You know what I mean? You hear about these people that climb Mount Everest. Obviously, I'm not interested in doing that. You know what I mean? But some people are passionate about it, man. When they get up there, they're pretty excited, right? It's not easy to do. It's not easy to climb Mount Everest. Like, there's only like a handful of people that, you know what I mean? It's not like something that a majority of the population has done. But if you climb a little hill right out back in your backyard or at your local park and you start celebrating, that might be ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like you climb this little hill out back of your house, or at the local park by your house, and you climb this little hill and you're like, hey, take a picture of me. This is unbelievable. I can't believe I climbed this little hill. This is amazing, man. We need to send this. I need to be on the front cover of Time magazine. This is unbelievable. I did this, right? That's ridiculous. So it's the higher the mountain, the sweeter the victory, right? It's the sweeter the reward. What would happen? What would happen if you hit director in Long Beach? Think about what you would feel like. How would that be? What would that feel like? And I'm telling you, you can do it. That's got to be the magic, is you've got to be knowing, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. If one can, we all can. Why not? Somebody's like, I don't need to do all that. I just want to make a few thousand a month, right? To, offset the cost of living. That's why I'm involved in Remon. Why not make a fortune? Why not hit director? Think about it. Why not? It's fun to do because it's a pretty big accomplishment. It's a pretty big accomplishment. So how do we do it? We focus in on pushing massive volume at the end of the month and creating a culture in your organization of the end of the month close. Some of you guys' close of the end of the month close, you haven't really created a culture in your organization where everybody's in an absolute frenzy. Oh my God, we got to get all this volume. We got to get all these orders in. Oh my God, right? Once you whip everybody into a frenzy and you create that culture in your organization of the end of the month close, right? The end of the month close, you'll watch your organization start to grow like wildfire through a dry brush field. It'll start taking off like magic. So how do we do it? How do we create that duplication? We've got to be focusing on becoming a senior manager factory. What's the difference between, think about this, what's the difference between a national director and a team leader? What's the difference between a national director and a director? They got more senior managers. Think about what I'm telling you. It's literally all it is. The national director's got more senior managers than a team leader. What's the difference between director and team leader? It's more senior managers. You guys all know, you guys all hit senior manager. Maybe it was easy, maybe it wasn't. All I'm saying is you did it. So if you can do it, do you think other people can do it? Or do you have that attitude, that mindset, hey, look, you know what, I'm special, nobody can do what I'm doing, I'm a starfish, I'm amazing, I'm a purple unicorn? Or do you believe in your mind, hey, look, you know what, if I can do it, anybody can do it? I know I'm not special, right? I'm an ugly guy in the beauty industry. Doesn't get any harder than that, okay? If I can do it, anybody can do it. Do you guys see what I'm saying? If I can do it, anybody can do it. So I can go senior manager, and I create a senior manager factory. That's how you go director. Think about what I'm saying, you guys. Right? It's like how many senior managers does it take to go director? Do you guys see that? And I can promise you right now, if you start focusing in on just sponsor, you don't have to spot, like, sometimes you hear about these people that have got like 100 frontline people. You're like, whoa, these people are sponsor monsters. I don't know if I could ever do that. Look, just focus in on signing up 2 or 3 a month. Getting 3 a month, 4 a month, 5 a month. If you're sponsoring 3 or 4 brand new planners a month, what's going to happen over the course of time? What if it takes you, hey, look, what if it takes you 3 years? What if it takes you 5 years? Do you guys, like, a lot of you guys overestimate what you can do in a year, right? You underestimate what you can do in a year, and you overestimate what you can do in a week. It's just about doing a little bit every day. And then what happens is you get one monster. You get one superstar that comes in your organization that just takes off. And then you get fired up, right? You get so excited you can't even stand it, right? You're like, oh my God, because somebody's running with you. My mentor said, until you find somebody that's just as committed as you, he said, it's like being in a boat with one oar. Hey, you're just going in circles. You're in a boat in one oar and you're just going in circles. And as soon as you get somebody in your organization that's as committed as you, now you got person on both sides. Now you're off to the races. So you got to realize some of you are just one recruit away from massive momentum. You're like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden you get somebody that's running. You're like, oh my God, yes. And it becomes, that's what happened to me in network marketing, right? I was grinding. And then I can remember, somebody got started with me, these 2 brothers, right? That they got started with me in September. And it was like, oh my God, I found somebody that wanted to run with me. It was like, oh my God, this is back 30 years ago. And I was like, this is amazing. So I can promise you, you're one recruit away from massive momentum. But we're not going to find that recruit if we're not sponsoring brand new people and building new lines of business, right? You got to be finding a new project to build. You got to love sponsoring people. I love sponsoring people. Like when I sponsor somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, we got a new one to work with. Like I cannot wait to be doing 3-way calls like crazy. I love it. Like that's my favorite thing to do is sponsor a brand new planner because I'm like, this is going to be wild. because you get paid for it. You guys see what I mean? Like, as a team leader, man, you're making all that money at the beginning, and then you create them as a team leader. Now you're getting that 40% match bonus, and now they're making all the money. And then you get new projects to work with, sponsoring, grabbing new people and blowing them up. It's like, that's the magic. It's like, where's the majority of your time? My mentor taught me, he said, it's 20-80. He said, spend 80% of your time sponsoring brand new people and 20% of your time working with existing people. If your open line volume is not through the roof. Now, if your open line volume is through the roof, okay. Oh, I can announce it. Okay, I'm going to announce a promo here before the end of the call. Okay, this is good. Whoa. We'll be back today. Woo-wee. Okay, it's gonna be big. I just got a text from Betty Perez to announce a promotion. So you guys get ready for that, okay? You guys are gonna be jacked. So here it is: 80-20-20-80. Right? If you've got a ton of open line volume and you got a bunch of, it's like you've got like 10 legs running right now. You need to be focusing on what? 80% of your time and developing these people into team leaders. 20% of your time recruiting. But if your open line volume isn't really crazy right now, like through the roof, and you don't have a lot of legs running, 80-20, right? 80% of your time recruiting, 20% of your time working with your existing groups. When I look at people and how they build the organizations, a lot of times they'll spend too much time developing. It's like they're good, let them go. How you develop people is you pump them up and push them out. Because whenever somebody's presenting the information, what happens? They get fired up. Do you guys see that? If I'm selling the Remont opportunity, I'm getting excited. Do you guys see what I'm saying? If your person that you're developing into a leader's doing it, who's getting excited? They're getting excited. So you want to get your people excited, and you get no way to get more excited than whenever you present the Remont information, when you present the Remont opportunity, right? It's kind of like, it's how long do you keep doing pop-ups for somebody? Do you guys see that? Somebody's like, well, I got to keep doing it for them because they're not ready. They are ready. Do you guys see that? They are ready. They can do it. Okay. Be there to support them, right? Be there to, you know what I mean? To tell them how great they're doing. That's really what I do. When I'm developing a presenter, I do a little T and I say, these are things you need to work on. These are things you get right. These are the things that you did amazing at. These are the things you need to get better at. And I'll sit there and I'll critique, but I never put anything that you need to change. Always things that you did amazing at. And then I show them afterwards. I say, that was the best I've ever seen. And then they get excited and they want to keep doing it. But if you're always just critiquing and you're looking at what your team does wrong, guess what's going to happen? You're going to struggle developing leaders. Do you guys see that? Because if you focus on weaknesses, you're going to create weaker people. But if you focus on strengths, you're going to create better leaders. So focus on what you like, not what you dislike in your team, right? It's like if I ask you about your organization and you're like, oh, this person does this person does this, and it's all negatives, I know you're not a leader that develops leader. You're a leader that develops followers. Once you start focusing in on what you like best about your team, your organization is going to start growing like never before, okay? So we want to be focusing in on anybody that got started in the month of July, okay? July, August, September, right? Because their volume's coming in. People that joined in the last 30 days because about starter sets. We're going to announce something right now and a little bit about starter sets. 1,000 SP, okay? Anybody that doesn't have their 1,000 SP, we want to be pushing that like never before. And remember, it's not about, hey, look, you got to get it done. It's about, hey, look, no matter what, I'm going to make sure we get the 1,000 SP done no matter what, okay? I'm going to make sure no matter what that you don't fail. Now, look, when you say something like that to somebody, okay, and they don't get it done, what do you say then? You guys with me? If I say, hey, look, no matter what, we're going to get you to team leader by the end of the month, over, under, through, we're going to get it done, and we don't do it, now what do I do? I'm going to give you guys a little gold mine. I'm giving you guys the jackpot. I'm giving you guys the secrets. These are Tim R secrets right here. I call them up and I tell them, I say, look, you know what? That was all me. I didn't do a great job as a leader and I let you down. You should have got it done, but I let you down as a leader. This is the secret to getting people to want to go to war for you. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. My 9U football team, I've been coaching them for 3 years, 7U, 8U, 9U. Okay. We've lost one game in 3 years. Okay. Until Saturday. Saturday we lost. And some of these kids, like, they can't remember the last time we lost. What do you think I told the kids? I said, hey, look, you know what? You guys, that was on me as a coach. You guys did your job, man, and I let you guys down. And I started crying in front of all the kids and the parents after the game. I'm like just crying. I said, I let you guys down as a coach, man. I didn't prepare you guys well enough. And man, these kids were all crying and they were like, no, coach, we let you down. We let you down. I said, no, it was me. 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 I learned this from a guy named Bear Bryant. Okay. He was one of the greatest football coaches of all time in college sports. And he said, if everything goes right and we win, you did it. If anything goes wrong and we lose, I did it. He goes, when you do that, people will want to go to war for you. So I tell people, no matter what, we're going to get it done, right? I inject them with a lot of confidence. And then if we don't get it done, then I just take responsibility for it. And then they try to take responsibility for it, right? But if you try to say, hey, man, you know what? You didn't do what you said. You told me you're going to get me on the phone with these people and you never did. It's like, for me, it's my attitude is, look, I didn't create enough excitement around you getting me on the phone with these people, right? I didn't create enough urgency of getting you on the phone with these people. So I let you down. So it's like, to me, I always accept responsibility, right? So this is valuable information, right? Now, remember, October 1st, what do we have going on at 5 p.m.? Monthly rundown, right? 5 p.m. Pacific. I know someone's like, I'm not in Pacific time zone, so I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever time zone you're in, 5 p.m. Pacific, we've got the monthly rundown. Thursday, understand that we got Product University. Now, remember, Product University is usually on Wednesday, but since we're doing the call on what? The rundown on Wednesday, we're doing Product University on what? Thursday. The following week, it'll be back to Wednesday for the next 7 weeks. And if you graduate the university, guess what happens? You get promoted on stage at Long Beach. So create excitement around that. Okay, because if somebody hangs out with Angie for 8 weeks, they are so fired up about our products. They're like, oh my God. Okay. And then you just got to make sure you understand, you teach them, hey, look, you don't need to throw all that information at people. You guys see that? But you do need to make sure you're aware of it. Okay. So I just wanted to touch on that before we get into the announcement. Okay. Here's the announcement. Now, everybody's doing what? We talked about it earlier. The one thing everybody in America and Canada should be doing is promoting Costa Rica. Okay. Costa Rica. If you're on here and you're from Mexico, but you're building in the States, get all your people in the States doing what? Running for Costa Rica. Okay? Costa Rica. And now here's the deal. The starter sets, this is a big promotion, okay? The starter sets right now, big promotion. Okay? And look, I don't have all the details. It'll be in the chat in a minute, okay? So just relax. Make sure you're in the team leader chat, okay? I just got the basics. Anybody right now that buys one of the starter sets, okay, the sponsor gets what? Travel points for that. We all know that, okay? Right now, between today and the end of the month, anybody that gets a starter set, the person buying the starter set will get travel points and the sponsor will get travel points, okay? Starting today until the end of the month. So there's so many people that have gotten started. We want to make sure no matter what, this gives everybody a jump start for doing what? Running for Costa Rica, right? This is the time to upgrade people like never before. So stay tuned in the team lead chat for that announcement to be made. But I just got clearance that I can make that promotion today for you guys all. So once again, let me make sure everybody understands. If I get started and say that I'm in the system and I buy a starter set right now, okay, and I'm brand new, I buy a starter set, I usually don't get travel points for that. Only my what? Sponsor does. But if I buy a travel set today or tomorrow, now, why did I say travel set? I'm sorry, you guys. What? Oh, well, you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Starter set, okay? He's one of his travel set. A starter set, okay? If I get a starter kit today, whatever starter kit I get, I'm going to get the what? Starter kit for me. I'm going to get travel points for that. Oh, it's because I'm saying travel points. Okay, then my brain is getting tongue twisted. Okay, I'm going to get travel points and the sponsor is going to get travel points. So whatever starter kit that I get today, whatever starter kit I get tomorrow, I'm going to get travel points for this. Okay. Can existing planners get starter sets too? That I don't know, but we'll find out in the chat. I don't think that information was given to me. Okay. But I can tell you right now, they'll be back today. For the purchaser, can old people get it? Can older distributors get them? I hope so, but I'm not sure. I don't know. That's a while. Okay, so we'll find out about that, and all that information is going to be released. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys the basics. For sure, new people can get these. People that have been within 30 days. I hope, obviously, also can those be sold to customers? We're going to find about that. Okay, you guys got to realize. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just it's like, oh, this guy's over here selling us some half-baked cookies, man. What's going on? Timmer's over at the bake sale selling out big cookies, man. Come on, get your stuff together. Oh God. It just don't shoot the messenger. We do know for sure what it is, and there might be more. So we'll find out if it's for customers too. We'll find out if it's for existing planners as well. Okay. But what we do know for sure to be true is for people within the last 30 days. Okay. So just, yeah, everybody's like, I don't want to buy those half baked cookies. But anyways, you guys, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. I can promise you right now, lights are hair on fire, you guys. I'm telling you right now, this is it. Some of you have never gave 110% at the end of the close of the month before. Some of you are like, Tim, I always do, okay? But I know some of you've never really ran before and you've never seen what's possible. When you see what's possible, the type of volume that you can do at the end of the month, when you make up your mind and set a goal, right? You set a goal, this is what I want to do by the end of the month. Set it high, right? Set it high. Think about it, man. Let's say that right now, whatever volume you're at, what if you want to double it? What if you went to double it? What if you want to double your entire volume in the month, in the next 40 hours? That would be difficult, but I'm telling you what, it would be profitable. And if you ran and you only got 40% or 50%, or 30% or whatever, you're going to be way better. Okay. But make up your mind right now that you're not going to let this window of opportunity slip through your fingertips. Okay. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. The key is to be able to create the culture. And if you pull the trigger and you run hard and you whip yourself in a frenzy and you're the only one whipped in a frenzy and you're running around like the Tasmanian devil until the end of the month, going bananas, right? And no one on your team does. The good news is everybody saw that. Everybody saw your urgency and your excitement and your passion. And guess what's going to happen? Next month, they're going to run with you, right? You just keep on whipping yourself into a frenzy until everybody decides to buy in. That's how you create a culture. Till you just get excited and buy in and give it everything you got. All you got to say to yourself right now is, look, if anybody else buys in, I don't care. All I'm going to do is I'm going to give it my absolute very best. I'm going to go all out massive action, man. I'm going to set a goal of what I'm going to do in the next 48 hours. I'm telling you what, nothing can stop me. Nothing get in my way. Over, under, two, I'm going to get it done. This is my time to do something special, man. This is my time to do something great. I'm going to go on a sponsoring mission. I'm going to get more people started than ever before. I'm going to start building new lines of business, man. I'm going to find out who got started in July. Make sure we get them to senior manager. Find out who's got started in the last 30 days. Make sure that we get them starter sets no matter what, because now we got the travel points for me and the sponsor, right? This is big, okay? This is big, huge, because it gives everybody like that little advantage to be able to get qualified for, obviously, you guys all know, Costa Rica. Who's got 1,000? Who needs to get 1,000 in travel points? 1,000 in personal volume. I'm going to make sure they get their 1,000 in personal volume no matter what to unlock that unilevel, okay? I'm going to make sure no matter what, right? I'm going to push myself right now like never before. This moment in time will never be duplicated again. This moment in time will never be recreated again. I'm going all out massive action, man. This is my time to do something special. Hey, this is my time to do something great. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to step up. I'm going to get the job done. Nothing can stop me. This is my time. My time. I'm going over, under, or through, man. I'm going to the top of that mountain. I'm going to be a director no matter what in Long Beach. You're going to see me on stage in Long Beach because I'm making a commitment right now that this is my time no matter what. No matter what. I'm stepping up and I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. This is it. I'm going for it, man. I'm giving it everything that I got. Nothing can stop me. Nothing get my way. Over, under, through, man. I'm going to the top. And I'm gonna light myself on fire right now. And I'm going to close this month out in a major way. So with that being said, appreciate you guys. Hopefully I was a good substitute teacher today. Okay, if I wasn't, I apologize. I'm not selling half-cake baked cookies. We'll get all the information about the promotion, you guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's make it happen. Let's close strong. Thanks, everybody.